Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on February 2nd, 2023, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, man, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com and click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my handicapper page, man, and my feature play every day is usually my $15 NBA Jam session play, man. Scoop that up tonight, man. $15. We will bounce back after dropping last night with the Magic. Push. Lost by a point. I hate those. And they had an opportunity to score last night at the end of the game, but they dribbled the clock out. I hate that. But, you know, that's the NBA. We're going to bounce back on the play tonight, so you can scoop it up. $15. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I update y'all on late injury news and let y'all know if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. I also tweet out free plays, what's going on in my mind, you know, just all that great stuff, man. Free parlays, all that stuff, man, over on Twitter. So make sure I'm a good follow, I think. I hope so. So you can follow me over there, man. We got a nice size card tonight in the NBA, man. We're going to try to smash it per usual. So without further ado, man, I'm done wasting y'all's time. Let's make some money tonight, and let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Los Angeles Lakers out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers. Lakers laying 2, total 240.5. This is an interesting one here tonight, man, as the Indiana Pacers getting their best player back tonight in Tyrese Halliburton, their whole engine that makes that whole team go, man. I think the team only won one game in the span that he was out, man. Shows you how big of a piece he really is. I was telling y'all earlier in the season he deserved to be an all-star, how well he had this Pacers team playing. At the beginning of the season, man, we really had this team pegged as a lottery team. They've been kind of hanging around 500. They were above 500 with them. Without them, they're now 4 games under, but I think they're going to start to get back to that Pacers team we were making a little money on before he got hurt, man. Here tonight, though, do I think he comes back in his very first game and looks like that same player? I do not. We're only laying 2 with the Lakers, the better team here, in my opinion. I think we take the Lakers here in this one. It's going to be a good game. It's a tight one. I'm not 100% sure if I'm betting this one or not. I need to see some final injury reports. I do see Anthony Davis on this injury report as probable to go tonight. LeBron James, he's just questionable. I do think he plays. I think they all play, and I do think the Lakers win this game. It's going to be an interesting one. Halliburton should be a go in this one. He is going to instantly upgrade this Indiana Pacers team, but do I think that he can instantly come back and jolt this team to a win, a team that's only won one game without him? I don't think so, not in his first night. I think it's going to take him a minute to get that rust off. I'm taking the Lakers here in the first game of the night. Only laying a bucket, man. I think they get this one done. I can see a huge game from Anthony Davis here in this game. So I'm going to take the Lakers. I'll lay the 2 here in our first matchup of the night. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland laying 6 in this one, total 223.5. And short, sweet, and simple, man. I think we take the Cavs. Don't overcomplicate it. Lay the 6. Memphis, we know they've been terrible on the road, man, especially in the month of January. I don't think they won a single game on the road in the month of January. They just came off that long road trip where they lost every single game out on the road, man. They did return home, beat up on the Pacers, but then they just lost last night on their home floor, which they rarely do, to the Portland Trail Blazers, 122-112, man. Now they're out on the road again facing the second best cover team in all of the NBA on their home floor in the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got to take Cleveland here. I know Cleveland lost and let us down in their last matchup against the Miami Heat, but still one of the best home cover teams in all of the NBA. I think they get this one done tonight on their home floor. Memphis, don't like the spot for them at all as they're on a back-to-back after, like I said, losing last night to the Portland Trail Blazers, 122-112. That one was at home. Now they travel back out on the road where they've been terrible. They just lost those 5 straight games out on the road, man. I really think they could be sitting some guys in this one tonight as well. I can't look in the Grizzlies' direction, man. They don't hoop on the road. Their guys could be sitting tonight. Cleveland, one of the best home cover teams in the NBA. Memphis has only won one of their last 5. It's just not a good spot for this Grizzlies team, man. I do think they're going to kick it back into gear soon, man. But right now, I think they're just an automatic fade, to be honest, especially on the road. Cleveland, I trust them to bounce back on their home floor after losing their last one. Cleveland, laying the 6 is a side for me here in this one tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Miami Heat out on the road facing the New York Knicks. Miami laying 2 in this one, total 216. For me personally, I'm not betting this game, man. I haven't cashed a single ticket on the Miami Heat all year. I've made crazy money fading Miami, but I don't think I've cashed a single ticket with Miami on there, man. And so I'd rather just stay away. And we know we don't bet the Knicks at home. For some odd reason, they like to hoop out on the road. Madison Square Garden, their own building, they just don't seem to want to hoop in there, man. So it's a tough one for me. If I were to lean anywhere for you guys, though, it would be the Heat. Again, I'm not betting this game. I haven't cashed a single ticket on Miami this year. They are the more banged up team. They got some guys on this injury report: Victor Oladipo, Gabe Vincent, Orlando Robinson, Omar, however you say his name. So it's an interesting one. The Knicks are fairly healthy. Only person injured right now for them is Mitchell Robinson. Not betting this game, man. I think I can see this one going either way, honestly. The Miami Heat are the team playing the much better basketball. They've won 4 of their last 5 with wins over Cleveland on the road, beat Orlando at home, Boston, and the Pelicans. Their only loss coming on the road to Charlotte. And the Knicks, they've only won 2 of their last 5, man, with losses at home to the Lakers, loss on the road to Brooklyn, loss on the road to Toronto. It's a tough spot for me here in this one, man. Like I said, I'm not betting this game. It's a tough spot. I think this is an efficient line. I can see it going either way. And if I were to lean anywhere, it would be the Miami Heat. Again, I'm not betting this game. I haven't cashed a single ticket on Miami this season, so it's hard to look in their direction. And I really don't want to take the Knicks at home either. Maybe I do kind of lean under, as we know Miami's a defensive team. The Knicks kind of play defense as well. Both of these two teams are not really known for high-powered offense, so maybe lean under and lean towards the Heat, but 9 times out of 10 for me, staying away here in this matchup tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing your Chicago Bulls. Bulls laying 6 at home, total 237. This is another interesting matchup, man. It's a pretty tough one because the Bulls are like a really inconsistent team. I cannot put this Bulls team in a box. You just don't know on a nightly basis what you're going to get from the Chicago Bulls is how I feel, man. They beat teams they not supposed to beat, and they lose to the teams that they should be. It's just the Chicago Bulls this season, really inconsistent. And I don't know. The Hornets, at least we know what the Hornets are. The Hornets are a bad team that hoops occasionally. That's what the Hornets are. And, I can live with that. The Bulls, they're like a fake good team that's a bad team. Like, I don't know, bro. They're a hard team to handicap on a nightly basis. Here in this one, man, I am just going to take the Hornets plus the 6. We just saw these two teams face off against each other last week on the 26th. The Hornets won that one outright, 111-96. They actually hammered the Bulls in that one, 111-96, which was surprising. I was on the Bulls in that one. It was a surprising spot, because the Charlotte Hornets are the worst home cover team in all of the NBA, man. They just do not hoop on their home floor. They're kind of like the Knicks. They play their better basketball out on the road, which they find themselves here tonight. But they hammered them in that spot, 111-96. The Hornets have also won. They've only won 2 of their last 5, but they've won 2 of their last 3 wins coming over the Chicago Bulls, the Miami Heat, and then they kept it fairly competitive with Milwaukee in their last one out, 124-115 for Charlotte Hornets standards. And I think they can keep this one competitive here tonight again with the Bulls. Like I said, we just seen this matchup last week with the Hornets winning it in dominant fashion in Charlotte where they don't hoop. Now they're out on the road where they do play their better basketball for some odd reason, facing a really inconsistent Bulls team. I do lean Hornets plus the 6. Do I see a scenario with the Bulls winning this game really comfortably? I could. But I could also see a scenario with the Hornets winning this game outright. I'm getting 6 points. Again, the Bulls are really inconsistent for me. I lean Charlotte Hornets here in this one. I think they can keep it competitive. If not, win it outright again. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road facing my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. Mavs laying 4.5 here in this one, total 224. It's an interesting one here, man. I really think it'd be best if we just stay away from this game. Again, like I tell y'all pretty often, we do not have to bet every game, and I think this one is just best just to stay away. The Pelicans, man, they've lost 9 straight games, so do you really want to look in their direction right now? I know we've been saying a get right opportunity should happen for this Pelicans team, a team that was playing really good basketball. They were like a top 2 team in the West when healthy, and they're starting to get back healthy. But Brandon Ingram, he doesn't look like that same guy right now, and it's probably going to take him a minute to catch it. So, do you really feel comfortable taking 4.5 with a team that's lost 9 straight games? I don't. And then laying 4.5 with the Mavs is just not a great place to be either, as they are the worst cover team in all of the NBA. The Mavs just almost never win by margin, so it's a tough spot. Also, some really weird traveling things were going on with this game. The Pelicans were stuck in Denver for a few days as they could not travel here to Dallas due to a really bad ice storm that we have going on here, man. When we get ice here in Dallas, man, the whole city just shuts down. And hence why the Pistons game got canceled yesterday. The Pistons could not leave Dallas. And the Mavs, I'm not sure if they were doing much moving around here because the roads, when it gets icy, bro, the whole city shuts down. We do no moving around. Everybody just sits down somewhere. So I'm not even sure if the Mavs been in the gym during these few days putting up shots. It's a weird spot, man. I think it's a better stay away spot if anything. If anything, I do probably take Mavs money line. The Pelicans probably lose 10 straight games. Laying points with the Mavs just doesn't seem like a good idea to me right now. They're a bad cover team. I was in attendance to their last game. They were trailing most of that game to the Detroit Pistons. Luka Magic did come through with the 53 points and prevailed us to that win. It's a tough spot for me here in this one, man, honestly. I'm just trying to give y'all everything that's on my mind here in this one. Again, I'm probably staying away from this one. It's just not a good spot to bet. It's just too much things up in the air for me here in this one. Mavs should win the game, though. I would probably think about taking them on the money line, but laying 4.5 with them just doesn't seem like a great place to be here in this one. But taking the points with the Pelicans, a team that's lost 9 straight, doesn't seem like a great place to be either. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the defending champions, the Golden State Warriors, out on the road facing the Denver Chicken Nuggets, the best team in the Western Conference right now. Denver laying 12, total 231.5. Hey, man, the Warriors 9 times out of 10 are going to sit everybody. I think we just take the Nuggets, lay the 12, and don't even think twice about it. The Nuggets, we know they are the best team right now in the West. We know they go stupid, dummy, crazy on their home floor. The Golden Rules, we do not fade them. We tried to do it again in the last spot, and again, we took an L doing it. Who was that? The Pelicans, man. They were in the game the whole way and then gave it up at the very end. But that's my fault for fading the Nuggets on their home floor. Not going to do it again here in this spot, man. I think the Nuggets do go ahead and just take care of this Golden State Warriors team. Draymond day-to-day, Curry day-to-day, Thompson day-to-day. They're not playing. They never play any situations on a back-to-back. I would be thoroughly shocked if they play in this one, man. I don't think they do. And I think they get hammered, man. They're on a back-to-back after losing last night in Minnesota, man. 119-114. We nailed that one, man. It was just a good spot, bro. Minnesota actually plays good basketball at home. Golden State only has like 5 wins on the road all season. They should not be laying points on the road. At home, we can bet Golden State. On the road, automatic fade. Automatic fade. Because they're the defending champions, everybody thinks, hey, bro, it's the Warriors. They're finally finna wake up. Just keep fading them until they do wake up, man. So it was a good spot to take Minnesota yesterday. We faded the Warriors. We're going to fade them again here tonight. Really think everybody sits. I think Wiggins probably going to sit tonight as well. And I think the Nuggets hammer them at home. The Nuggets fully healthy. The Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home. Nuggets are nothing for me here in this one tonight. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got a really good game, man. I'm excited for this one. We got 2 teams playing really good basketball right now. We got the Los Angeles Clippers out on the road facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee laying 4.5, total 231.5. Milwaukee's ripped off 5 straight. The Clippers have won 4 of their last 5, and that only loss came against Cleveland in the game where they sat everybody. So other than that, when we've seen the Clippers guys, man, they've been on a tear here recently as well. It's going to be a really good game, man. We know Milwaukee is one of the best home cover teams in all of the NBA. I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now, but they might have moved up into that number 1 spot with Cleveland losing last night, or the night before. Was that last night or the night before? That was the night before, so that wasn't last night. But yeah, Milwaukee, man, laying 4.5 in this one. I'm taking a shot with the Clippers on the money line. I think they can do it, bro. I really like what I've seen from the Clippers here recently, man, since Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have been back together playing good basketball. I know this is a bad road spot for them. We typically don't like these spots. This is going to be the 5th road game in their last 6 games, but they've won. They won the 3 They won 3 of their last 4 road games, and I think they go for 5 of their last 6, or I think they go for 4 of their last 5. Like I said, that one loss in there came against Cleveland, and that only reason I think they really lost that game is they sat everybody. Nobody played. I think the Clippers come out the hoop tonight, bro. We'll see. I know Milwaukee's really dominant on their home floor. Milwaukee's been dominant here recently as well, but 4 of the last 5 have been against some really bottom feeder teams, man. I think this is a definite step up in class for them. Their last 4 of the last 5 was against Charlotte, New Orleans, Indiana, and Detroit. You know what I mean? I think the Clippers come here and get a win. We'll see. But for me, here in our last matchup of the night, I'm taking the Clippers on the money line to close out our night. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on February 2nd, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching again. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments for me, man. Talk to y'all on Twitter. Talk to y'all in the comments, man. My best bets can be found at Pickdawgz Premium. Let's make some money tonight. See y'all tomorrow. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'm out. Peace.